And it's Sunday video part 2. Yeah, that fat apparent doctor reminded me of ex-Prime Minister Johnson. Now you get what I was saying about inserted agents into the prison and probation service, where they put me, right? And then he changed the rules back again, hoping no one had noticed the inserted agents. Right, so he must have done the same in the NHS as well then, mustn't he? And everyone takes their smartphones into their doctor's appointments, don't they now? Which I've also discussed with the doctor and said, well, you've got the option to tell people not to bring their smartphones into your surgery. Now you know that there's government backdoors into that technology for it to be allowed to be sold in the UK markets or consumer market, not market, right? You've got the beginning of my Facebook escapade, where I witnessed the Boston bomber on the run before he was shot in the mouth to stop him speaking to the press, after shutting down his social media accounts. Mark Zuckerberg, who has that evidence, and can verify what I've said there on that particular subject. Yeah, I got jailed for 77 days. We all know about Brigade 77 and their activities online for the government, right? Especially if you talk about anything to do with Five Eyes security and a certain subject matter, which is spelt in all capitals and runs Five Eyes security for that group of individual countries from the UK. But it's owned by that Crown. And it's not even allowed to be discussed in Parliament. So you understand why I got the 77 days, because it was all symbolic, wasn't it? Just as a final warning. You know, once you work out what it's all about, shut up. No, I'm living in peace with my Sandringham neighbours, and I'm proving to clear my name what's been done to me. I mean, how I've been tortured by the UK state for my political beliefs as an anarchist. Because anarchists are unpredictable, because they don't believe in right wing or left wing, which is quite right in this day and age, isn't it? When both political parties are corrupted by the globalists. Right? Yeah, I've got a lovely tan now, haven't I? Didn't need to go abroad to get the same tan, did I? Wasting more resources. Right? and then having to comply with medical passports and identity papers, you know, by the same, Zerville, show me your papers. Because they're all out there enjoying the Euros, getting rained on and thundered on by the same group of 5 countries, aren't they? So the Euros is really programming for the real event, which will be the big pitch of Europe, which a certain Five Eyes country over the pond has said, fuck Europe. Well, in the words of DMX, oh look, there's that gin fly. Right in between the little light gap while I've got my head down. Yeah, so someone can't get a clear view, but it's trying to have a sneaky peeking through that bit. Right, just by opening the kitchen door for a little while, but it's actually behind the curtains on the net curtain at the moment. Yeah, you can see the trousers and you know that's a jumper over the top, isn't it? But the way it's sort of hanging down now is for some dirty old pervert to see what she can see while she's watching. So oh yeah, I don't need to get up and try and kill the fly and waste my energy and expose myself bare-chested in a pair of shorts to the window, do I? Knowing that someone's watching from the back like a good little actor. Because that's all in the previous video, isn't it? Right? And what I discussed about the light fittings, that's all truthful. There is a missing brick, which I said I was going to replace, but I haven't been up in the loft at all since my release from prison to fix that problem. All right? While making amends with the neighbour that I fell out with. So he has no worries there. Because like I said, I'm not interested in the actors any longer. I'm following it up the food chain, the chain of command. Right? So, if the landlords are sending contractors round to ask if I've got anyone living here, that would be suspicion of a crime, would it not? And be grounds for them to use the Investigatory Powers Act, would it not? Oh, so you can see how I'm following it up the chain of command now, can't you? Can only be authorised by the local MP or a judge's order. But if the landlords have a dirty MP in their pockets, and getting kickback contracts to feed off the benefit system. You see where I'm going with this now, can't you? Because I exposed it all before, didn't I? Right. And the top of the tree doesn't want it corrupted any longer. So he's checking everything through his security services now. Oh, look what I've got on the right at the top of my screen. Headed to Canada. When he was asked where he was heading, he came out with the same name of the place where a friend lives in Canada. Oh dear. What's on the other side? On the left side?